Talk Vice President candidate B Sudershan Reddy is going along with Pramod Tiwari towards the parliament. He's very much hopeful that.
Thank you.
How hopeful you are, sir?
100%.
Sir, there have been so much of votes coming against you.
100%.
Sir, do you think you'll get the full majority, sir?
Of course, sir.
And what about the cross voting, sir?
I don't use the word cross voting.
Sir, there you heard B Sudershan Reddy in an exclusive conversation with the Times Network has said that I don't use the word cross voting, and certainly I'm very much hopeful to win this election. Priyank Tripathi reporting from Delhi for the Times Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think given the fact that it's his big day, we should listen in to Justice Sudarshan Reddy once again. That's the Prime Minister, the first one to arrive in Parliament, actually the first person who's scheduled to vote. At about 10:15, Mallikarjun Kharge was expected to vote. So we are expecting all those pictures to come in. This of course is Prime Minister Modi stepping inside Parliament, then going to the place that has been, that is essentially the voting room, the voting zone. There you have the Prime Minister voting. He has the secret ballot in front of him. Then there is a pen that is in his hand. Because do remember that the pen becomes very significant when the votes are counted. You don't want your vote to be disqualified by using the wrong pen. So you have to be very careful that the right pen is used. So he's made his choice, and now the ballot has been cast. We are taking a look at these pictures that are coming to us from Parliament, the Prime Minister becoming the first person to vote. Now we'll have a string of other leaders. As Pragya was mentioning earlier today, there are MPs from Punjab who obviously have to head home, given the fact that their entire state is underwater, it's flooded. There's a serious crisis brewing there. The Prime Minister is headed to Punjab and then to Himachal, again wrecked completely by torrential rains. So the Prime Minister will be making his flood dora, as it were. All the MPs who are supposed to be in Punjab and Himachal, they are the ones who will vote first, and then the others, because the others, well, stay in Delhi and they have the time. The ones from Punjab do need to go back. Mallikarjun Kharge is expected to vote as well at about, the time was 10:15, things do get delayed. So let's see when the pictures come in. As we see these pictures, R. Rajgopalan, I'm very interested and intrigued to know, and I'm sure you have a theory about it. No, I'm not talking about Jagdeep Dhankar. We can talk about that a little later. I'm sure he's glued to his television set as well as we speak. But R. Rajagopalan, look at the NDA's pick, right? It's a very clear ideological pick. CPR has solid rooting in the RSS, yes, solid backing from the RSS. Plus, he's a veteran BJP leader as well. I mean, he has the distinction of having won two times, an MPC two times from the state of Tamil Nadu. We know why CPR was picked. I want to ask you why you think Justice Sudarshan Reddy was picked. Why not a politician? Why a former judge?
I'm from C.P. Radhakrishnan, Chandarapuram, Ponnuswamy Radhakrishnan. He is known to Mr. Narendra Modi from 1995, 96, like that. And moreover, during critical days of Mr. Narendra Modi, it is Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan who invited him to Coimbatore, because I am privy to certain things as I was reporting for a Tamil paper at that time. Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan and Mr. Narendra Modi relationship goes beyond more than 4 decades. Moreover, Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan, an ardent follower of RSS, and he protected Mr. L.K. Advani from being, when the bombardment took place in Coimbatore, there were a lot of leaders, North Indian leaders, had a very good combination and relationship with Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan. And second thing, Shreya, on the day of Mr. Narendra Modi getting elected as Prime Minister in 2014, sooner Mr. Narendra Modi appointed Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan as chairman of COID board. So gradually he brought him to the status of Vice President. Mr. Narendra Modi wanted a confidant in the seat of Vice President of India and Chairman Rajya Sabha. Because Mr. Narendra Modi had an inclination for the last 1 week before Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar was asked to resign. The government was to be toppled. Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar was toying with an idea of toppling Mr. Narendra Modi with the help of...
Arre baapre.
Yes.
Mr. Rajagopalan,
yes.
that's an extreme claim you're making.
Yes, Mr.
That Mr. Dhankar was actually plotting
Yes,
A
yes.
coup against Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Yes, you.
But how would that be possible?
Shia, you allow me to talk. Why do you intervene in bit?
No, sir, I thought I'm asking you a counter question anyway. Please go ahead. Don't get angry, sir, in the morning. Boliye.
No question of angry or no question of cross-crossing. Mr. Dankar played politics. That is why Mr. Dankar was shown the door. I am telling you today. Because he met Arvind Kejriwal and others, which government knew it. He told Mr. Chandrababu Naidu through sources that Chandrababu Naidu to topple the government, and Mr. Dankar was toying with the idea of being a common candidate for India Alliance. What foul mouth he had, Mr. Jagdeep Dankar. That is why he was asked to resign. And now this is all past question. It is high time Mr. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, and also Mr. Jagdeep Dankar, both should open their intentions, their minds, because you cannot have a person in the constitutional position who can topple the government, popularly elected. 65 crore people voted for Narendra Modi.
Sure.
How can an individual topple the government? Because he was toying with certain, grooming with some idea. Apart from that, forget about it. Now, 25th of this month, when Devilar's birthday is going to be celebrated in Jind in Haryana, Mr. Dankar may speak out. And whatever he may speak out, it's all going to be nullified, because the shrewd strategy of Mr. Narendra Modi and the team of BJP, high time they removed Mr. Dankar. Otherwise, it would have been a very, very, very fatal for the UNDA government.
Okay. So essentially what you're telling me is that Narendra Modi has already burnt his fingers with Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, who according to you was planning a coup against Prime Minister Modi, which is why he has picked a man he can trust. I get the point you're making, but a lot of people have a lot of things to ask you on that. Give me a minute first. We are getting some reactions from Parliament. Let's quickly listen into that.
What is your expectation from this vice presidency election? Are you confident of C.P. Radhakrishnan's victory? He has been governor of Maharashtra, also the state that you hail from. And is there a possibility of cross-voting in this election?
I'm not confident. I'm extremely sure that C.P. Radhakrishnan will win with a landslide, and that there are many people cutting across party lines from different states, especially the state I belong to, Maharashtra, who are eager to support C.P. Radhakrishnan's candidature based on his personal credibility. And so I'm very sure that he will have a historic landslide victory.
So are you saying there would be cross-voting for certain?
I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. But look, a vice president election doesn't have a whip. Parties don't issue a whip. An MP is free to vote as he or she pleases. So people will choose a candidate that they believe in based on their own individual preferences. And I can sense that there is eagerness for a lot of people cutting across party lines to vote for C.P. Radhakrishnan.
कांग्रेस पार्टी को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं, लोकसभा के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं, इलेक्शन कमीशन के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं और पार्लियामेंट के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं, भारत के सेना के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं, भारत के आर्थिक व्यवस्था के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं, भारत की विदेशी नीति पर विश्वास नहीं। ये प्रजातंत्र के लिए और डेमोक्रेसी के लिए, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के लिए बात करने का कोई अधिकार कांग्रेस पार्टी के नहीं है। जब वेंकैया नायडू जी उपराष्ट्रपति जी का चुनाव लड़े थे, क्यों बात नहीं किया ये लोग? क्यों समर्थन नहीं किया उस समय? इंडिया के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तरफ से जब उपराष्ट्रपति चुनाव के लिए वेंकैया नायडू जी लड़े थे, हमारा प्रत्याशी, जब ये सब लोग कोई समर्थन नहीं किया, जब वो विपक्ष की पार्टी को क्यों दिए ये लोग? जब याद नहीं है तेलुगु, आज ही याद है क्या तेलुगु ये लोगों को?
Mr. Basavaraj, Mr. Bhuma, you come here to cast your vote. What are your expectations from this vice presidential election? Is it more a symbolic contest?
Vice president election is already concluded, more than concluded. Victory, will be much more votes he will be getting than NDA. Therefore, his victory will be a landmark victory. And already the chinks in the India alliance has come through. Politically, it will be a setback to India alliance.
For the last 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, voting has been underway for the vice president to be elected by about 9:30 we should have the name, but honestly, if you look at the numbers, it's a foregone conclusion. The ruling NDA dispensation has clear numbers. With or without the absentees, they have clear numbers. CPR, by the end of the day, will be India's vice president. So the story to look out for is cross-voting. Agar cross-voting hoti hai ya nahi hoti hai. But as we speak about that and we see pictures of the Prime Minister becoming the first person to vote in these elections, what Mr. Rajagopalan has done is given us an absolutely delicious theory early in the morning to say that Mr. Dhankar was actually planning a coup to topple Prime Minister Modi's government. Now, my point is, if you look at the numbers today itself, or chhod do, if you look at the numbers today itself, it's very clear that whether the Vice President was on their side or not, the opposition simply doesn't have the numbers to topple the present dispensation. I know, Tehseen, you want to come in, but I do need to get in Shekhar Iyer. Shekhar Iyer, is that a theory you support, Mr. R. Rajagopalan saying that Mr. Dhankar was ousted because he was plotting and planning against the Prime Minister?
Run up to those events which saw Dhankar out, there were a lot of misgivings on the government side because of his meetings with certain leaders.
Correct.
And his attempt to send emissaries to the leaders of the parties supporting this government. And I believe, because this is a matter which would require disclosing names as to who met whom and all that, I don't want to say further, but definitely, I also privy to certain information that Dhankar had been struck by what is called a Stockholm syndrome. Earlier, he was targeted by the Congress and the opposition, and after the impeachment motion, which was moved by the Congress, he felt that the Prime Minister or the BJP did not defend him enough, though the motion was never taken up because it was rejected by Deputy Chairman Harvanshi. So there was no debate about the year for which the government to come out. But Dhankar always felt the government could have done more because he had done more for the NDA by, targeting the Trinamool Congress, the Congress and all that. So there were reasons to believe Dhankar felt like that. And in that moment, why he did that, why he behaved in that manner, whether he actually nurtured such ambition, I do not know. But definitely, there were occasions, his emissaries, the people who were in touch with him, and also in the manner in which he wanted to, upstage the Lok Sabha Speaker from setting up that committee, the panel on the impeachment of the Delhi High Court judge.
Correct.
So though all those things, resulted in I would say, a terrible trust deficit between him and the government.
No, but Sanjeev Srivastava, you're with us on this broadcast as well. It is one thing to say that Mr. Dhankar was siding with the opposition, and it's quite another thing to say that he was siding with the opposition to topple the government.
Well, Shreya, good morning. Thank you for having me. I think I am in complete agreement with what just now Shekhar said. See, what is clear, what are the things we know? That he officially resigned on health grounds, and now I think the entire country is convinced that health was the last issue on his mind when he resigned.
He was staying and most ping pong he was playing. No, what sport? Table tennis he was playing.
On the other fact.
Go ahead.
The next day is when somebody met him.
Yeah.
And the other thing everybody is now there is consensus is that he was asked to quit. So these two things now why should a sitting vice president chosen by the governing party of the day be asked to quit unless he loses their confidence? And what could be the reasons of his losing their confidence is obviously that he was doing something which was not to the liking of the ruling dispensation. And what could that be is what Shekhar was just hinting to, that he was meeting people and there was a trust deficit like Shekhar just now said. And the trust deficit could be the reason could be as dramatic as what Rajgopalan said, that a coup was being planned, or it was just one thing led to the other and misunderstandings and the dislike or distrust on both sides just came to a point that the most unprecedented thing in Indian politics happened, that a sitting vice president was asked to quit midway through his tenure. Obviously, there must be something very serious in the backdrop. And what that is, we can all speculate and talk about it till kingdom come. But one of the two sides has to come on record for it to make any sense, for it to be convincing. Either Dhankar Saab has to speak, or the Prime Minister, or somebody equally not equally senior, but somebody really credible from the BJP has to come out.
We'll see if Mr. Dhankar speaks, because he'll be at a public event this week. Possibly he will speak, but I mean, will he take that level of panga with the government? I do not know. This is a very interesting theory that has been floated. About 37 minutes to voting. It's going to be a long day. The voting process is not long, but there are more than 700 MPs who will be voting, so it will take time till 5 o'clock. At least you wanted to come in because I have Mallikarjun Kharge who's speaking as well. But before that, Tehseen, if you want to make a point.
There is something interesting on Dhankar.
Okay. So Mallikarjun Kharge is being optimistic, and if you're fighting an election and you're going into an election, you have to be optimistic. He's saying that Justice Sudarshan Reddy 100% by the end of the day will be the Vice President of this country. Let's take a listen to what he said.
हमारे अपोजिशन पार्टी के जो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट कैंडिडेट हैं वो जीतने की सभी संभावनाएं हैं, इसीलिए सारे पार्टियां कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि लोकतंत्र में हम सभी लोग एक होकर सुदर्शन रेड्डी जी को जिताना, यही एक अपना मकसद है।
अरे बात सुना है कि जज रहे जा करके कल भी मैं कहा था, जाते हैं किससे मिलने, चारा घोटाला के सजाए याफ्ता से। आई नैतिकता की बात कर रहे हैं, 100 चूहा खा के बिल्ली चली हज करने।
Want to engage in blasphemy. God blessed. India is going to have the best vice president, because I know the person. I personally and very closely have been in touch with CP Radhakrishnan, the Karyakarta of my ideology. So I believe in his true worth and true grit.
But same ideology has been, abused by Congress and others. They are saying that you should not vote for us.
Not bothered. That is their narrative. That is their narrative.
You're sure and you are raring to vote for Mr.
I'm so sure that we are going to be blessed. Indians are going to be blessed with the strongest ever pick today.
चाहते हर कोई अगर इसमें अपना मत अपना देता, लेकिन मेरा फिर भी मानना है गणित जो है वो एनडीए के उम्मीदवार सीपी राधाकृष्णन जी के हित में है, इसीलिए सब लोग एनडीए के हित में वोट कर रहे हैं। अच्छा हुआ उन्होंने भी यही कहा।
ये वोट तो अंतर आत्मा के उस पर पड़ता है, और दूसरा पूरा देश ही जानता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस्तेमाली पार्टी है। पहले इस्तेमाल करो फिर बर्बाद करो, पहले इस्तेमाल करो फिर बर्बाद करो। भाई हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट जो खोए हुए हैं उनके साथ भी यही हुआ।
सर अखिलेश जी, उनके पहले कई सहयोगी थे, उन्होंने आज बहिष्कार कर दिया, जैसे अकाली दल हो गया, बीजेडी हो गया, इसको लेकर क्या?
अभी भी जीत का नंबर हम लोगों के पक्ष में आएगा।
That India bloc is different. The other statement you have forgotten to tell. He is RSS man, that is why he said. That is a statement. You have one side you are telling remaining.
Congress is also saying he is
Congress is different. I am from DMK you are asking.
Yeah.
DMK had an alliance with the BJP 99. They voted Radhakrishnan from Coimbatore parliament election and elected. Then how the DMK at the time, RSS man, 99 with the BJP alliance, voted for Radhakrishnan to win. Now what is the issue now telling he is belonging to RSS? Is it correct? That is a double standard. Therefore India is, that group is different. But as a Tamil man, he is having good career, good character, and everything is every qualification. He belongs to OBC candidate. But if you seek that...
Tehseen, you wanted to come in on the Dhankar issue. July 21st is the surprise resignation. But even on July 21st, 8 p.m., everyone knew that the resignation is not on health grounds, definitely 100% not on health grounds, and something has happened.
Yeah, so I agree with what Manisha said earlier, that the nation does deserve to know why something unprecedented like this happened. The Vice President for the first time resigned while Parliament was on. Obviously, it's common sense, kindergarten sense, that if the guy is presiding on the first day of Parliament, he's allowing motions to be passed, and he's hosting lunches for Kiran Rijiju, Nadda ji and the other oppositions, which is scheduled for the next day and supposed to go to Rajasthan. It's not held grounds. That would have happened prior to Parliament. But what Raj Gopalan ji said is absolutely right to an extent. He met Arvind Kejriwal ji the previous day, and what he told Arvind Kejriwal ji was very important. He told Arvind Kejriwal ji, and I think this is what should send shivers down Congress also. Because what he told Arvind Kejriwal ji that day was, you should come into Rajya Sabha. So Arvind Kejriwal ji's rhetoric saying, listen, maine to bachcho ki kasam khai hai, main to aauga nahi ji. He says, your promise means nothing. But if you come in, you will become the de facto leader of opposition, because the opposition will gravitate towards the first Kharge ji will become. So he did this on the previous day. Another thing that he did in Iran was very shameful. He asked for the same protocol that a prime minister must get in Iran. He fired a bureaucrat and said, I am number 2 in government. He said that to Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji in public as well. And he wanted those Maybachs that the prime minister and the president had. Now the thing is, I am the opposition, right? But somebody like this who doesn't deserve to be chairperson Rajya Sabha, the opposition should not go about for him. You see, this was a good time to get the Modi government on the mat. We missed the beat. We should have said, we told you not to get this man, you got him, and you had to remove him. Rather than now saying, oh, why did you remove him? He was a good vice president. He used to humiliate the opposition. This man is a disgrace, Jagdeep Dhankar, to the chair of Rajya Sabha. And I'm saying this as an opposition. And no matter what opposition people tell you on the mic, everybody is happy that he's gone.
Okay.
Make no mistake about it.
Okay. There used to be a time when Indian politics was such that the presidents and the vice presidents were often chosen unanimously. You didn't require an election for it. People agreed on who the vice president of the president should be. Those days are clearly over.
The BJP's changed it. The BJP wants divisive politics.
Politics in India has changed. It's become more cantankerous.
BJP wants divisive politics.
It's become more personal. Anyhow, we are listening to some more reactions that are coming in to us from Parliament. Let's go across to that.
ये वाइस प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन है, इसमें साउथ वर्सेस साउथ, नॉर्थ वर्सेस साउथ, साउथ वर्सेस नॉर्थ, इसमें कुछ ऐसा है नहीं. हम लोग को चाहिए था ये कैंडिडेट जो किसी पार्टी से ना हो, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, नॉन पार्टीजन रहे, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैल्यू सपोर्ट किए, अच्छा ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड रहे. जो नॉन एनडीए पार्टीज को भी कैंडिडेट ने अपील किया, एनडीए पार्टीज को भी अपील किया. जैसा मैंने पहले कहा, उनके कॉन्सेंस को अपील करने की कोशिश इन्होंने की है. अब देखेंगे कौन सा एमपी, कौन सी पार्टी किस तरह से बिहेव करते हैं. अब उसके जैसे ही सत्ता पक्ष को लगा कि बहुत सारे पार्टीज हमारे कैंडिडेट को वोट दे सकते हैं, बहुत सारे एमपीज हमारे कैंडिडेट को वोट दे सकते हैं, तो उन्होंने दबाव बिल्डअप करना शुरू किया.
Ladies and gentlemen, voting for the vice president elections currently underway. By the end of the day, there will be no surprises given the fact that the NDA has the numbers and CP Radhakrishnan will be India's next president. The story to watch out for is